They're saying to me, I'll pay £60 if I can't get it in. I didn't think they'll do this, I really didn't.
Turn it on its side, and you need to put a red light, otherwise they'll have to go into the hold of the aircraft. It's charged £60.
Yes guys, we're finally back with another one. This time round it's not a trip, we're not going to see something new, we're not even in the Algarve anymore. At the time of this recording we've actually already returned. However, this part of the video was something that we needed to make because I said I was going to make it. If you probably already watched the video right now, it's the journey to Portugal. It was something that happened in the airport. And I basically was a little bit hysterical at the time when it happened, and so I decided that it was probably better to make a whole separate video explaining the events that happened in that video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Andrew and this is Rayka, and together we're Ray and Drew. We do travel content, occasionally food as well. And we haven't got any food videos at the moment. However, there will be food videos coming up in the future. So please hit subscribe and follow us on this journey. If you haven't seen the video I'm actually referring to, I'm going to link it up somewhere on the top and you can go watch and essentially see what happened for yourself. We didn't go too deep into it, hence why we are making this video to sort of explain what happened. So I just want to clear something up. I'm not making this video to rant. I'm not making this video to complain about Ryanair's processes. This is just a video I think that needs to be done just so I can sort of explain what happened and why it happened.
Yeah.
Right. What happened and why it happened. I think that makes sense. Right, babe?
Yeah, it does.
Right. So essentially, in the original video, our flight got delayed. It was delayed by 2 hours.
Yeah.
And this had nothing, of course, to do with the events that unfolded later on.
No.
Right. So there was a little bit of frustration in the air. Our flight was the last of the day to leave the airport.
Yes.
There was actually a flight that was originally scheduled after hours that ended up leaving before hours. I don't know why that is. It didn't give us an explanation as to why.
No, there was no actual announcement for the delay.
Yeah.
Unless you kept checking the board, you didn't know what time your flight was.
Yeah. So our original flight was supposed to be departing East Midlands Airport at 6:45 p.m.
Yeah.
We had gotten at the airport roughly about 4:30. Now, if you remember in the video, if you've seen it, we sat in the waiting area, we had food, and at roughly about 6 p.m. there was no updates about what was happening with our flight.
No.
The board began saying that the next update will be given to us roughly around 10 to 9.
Yes, it did.
Which didn't make any sense because the departure time was still showing up as 6:45 p.m.
Yeah.
So we knew there was a problem there. We went off and to try find out because we couldn't see anybody within the airport that could help us, and we had to go all the way back near the security security gate, and a guy who worked in WH Smith approached us and he was able to sort of confirm that the flight had been delayed. I was a bit skeptical at first, so essentially what we decided to do was to go speak to another person before we could even get to the security gate. Another lady confirmed that if it's showing a different time on it, it's probably because it has been delayed. So yeah, that's
reason given.
No reason was given. Now we're just trying to offer context, but this actually has nothing to do with why I was completely hysterical in that moment. So as we waited about 2 hours, eventually we got an update and it said that we had to head towards our gate. And this was roughly about 8 p.m. So you can imagine from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. 2 hours have passed, and now everybody's sort of just rushing towards the gates to board the plane to Faro. Right?
Everyone's feeling frustrated. Everyone's in a mood.
Exactly. We were a little bit relieved because we didn't want our flight to be cancelled. We knew that the potential was there because it was just looking very unlikely. We also overheard a conversation with one of the people that was sitting near us. Apparently the issues were also present within Faro. There was a flight that was supposed to be leaving in Faro to fly back to the UK, which I hadn't left, and it had been delayed by nearly 3 hours. So that was concerning for us as well, because with no updates we didn't know what was going to happen. But anyway, good news, 8 p.m. we were now heading towards the gate for departure to board our plane. And we were recording at the board. So this is the thing, we caught the audio, and as we were approaching the boarding gates, there was a guy in front of me. Now this is where the issues begin. So there was a guy in front of me, and as I'm recording, because I'm not really fully aware of what's happening around me, I just approach the boarding gate. So if you've ever been to a Ryanair boarding gate, they've got their bag checks. Now we've already been through security. We've done everything. We checked in, etc.
Yeah.
We didn't have any check-in bags. We literally, both of us were carrying 2 backpacks. Now Reiko was carrying a Vans backpack, and I was carrying what I've got here, a built for athletes 30-litre backpack. Okay. Now, as I approached, I instinctively just saw what the first guy had done, and he had placed his bag inside the priority bag check area. And me following on to him, I decided to place my bag in there. Now, if I show you the bag again, right? I don't know if you guys can see that clearly. It is a big bag, but it's not that big either. It's no bigger than the one that Reika has. However, the biggest difference is the quality of the bag. The bag comes with a lot of padding.
Yes.
Now, this padding creates issues when trying to fit it into the priority bag check section. So when you put it inside the box, you kind of have to really squeeze it in.
Yeah.
Now, I of course paid for the cheapest tickets, which is my own fault, but at the same time it's quite enticing when you know you're not going for a long journey, and you can pay 20-30 pounds for your flight ticket and get the cheapest flights, even if you don't get to sit next to your partner.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, don't we all want to save money? Of course we do.
Yeah.
Right. So I know that Ryanair have to do their own due diligence when obviously allowing people to pay for those tickets and make the necessary checks. However, I was carrying a backpack. Okay, so anyway, the guy in front tells me, he goes,
Have you got anything you can take out of it?
yes, I do. Okay, I'm gonna have to stand up beside it. Oh, you need to empty out your bag. And I was like, but if I empty it out, I'm just gonna put the stuff back in. He's like, yeah, that's fine, but you just need to make sure the bag fits in there. So I said, all right, cool, that's fine. I took out my laptop. I put the bag in. It fit vertically, fine. But he said, oh, you have to do it now horizontally. So you have to lay it flat like that, rectangular.
Yeah.
And set it in. And I was like, there we go.
No. Just turn it on its side. It needs to be beneath that red line.
Sorry?
Turn it on its side. It needs to be beneath that
All
red
right,
line.
hold that for me. Yeah, now the problem is that if I bring the bag back up, right? You guys see these little compartments? They can barely fold, right? These are protective. So let's say you've got, as an example, just the camera, if I wanted to put it in there.
Yes.
Because of that additional padding on the bag, it protects anything you put in there. That's the whole point of it. Yeah. So if you try to put it as he has suggested rectangularly, those things won't push it in. And they were sticking out, and he was like, you need to take out more stuff in order for it to fit, because unfortunately we'll not be able to let you on. And I said, yeah, I get that, but if you simply need the bag just to fit in there, we know it can both fit, because once you compress the bag, I'll be real, and sorry I keep bringing the bag up, but I just want to make a point so you guys can understand. But the bag pretty much fits. It's a snug fit, if I'm completely honest. The only biggest issue is that all this additional padding is gonna stick out, and they literally have a section, because it's like sort of like a little small basket you put it in, right? But the middle section actually sticks out, so all the padding is what kind of pops out of the from the bag. And they said, yeah, nothing has to pop out. We have to ensure that it fits in there perfectly. Otherwise, we'll charge you £60. Yeah.
Just need to go fully inside the box.
Yeah, but I don't want to damage anything in the thing. That's why.
Otherwise, they'll have to go into the hold of the aircraft, and it's charge you £60 to do so.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But even if I make it fit in there, I'm just gonna put the stuff back in. Now, this was my line of argument, guys. This was why I got frustrated with this. I said, you're making me take out things you know I'm gonna put back on. Make it make sense.
Yeah, because you're just going to go back on that plane and put everything back in.
Yeah.
Where you took that stuff out.
Exactly. And
but what also doesn't make sense is that, yes, you've got to put it underneath your seat, but in the end, you just put them in the cabinets anyway. The cabin.
Well, I know we're not allowed to do that. I am fully aware that you're not allowed to do that, because that is for people who've paid for that additional charge. But the thing about it is that this bag actually fits perfectly underneath the seat, and
It did.
not just between my legs, staples underneath the actual seat, in front and behind me. So there's plenty of room for the bag to fit. But no, the guy insisted. He said, no, you have to ensure that the bag fits perfectly and is below the line. It was below the line. The problem is it was the padding sticking out. And if I bring the bag up one more time, guys, and you understand how thick this motherfucker is, look at the thickness of just the... Is this a handle? This thing, this collar thing, the straps. Yeah, just look at the thickness of it. Can you see how thick these things are? Right now, what I'm saying is, I get that Ryanair have to do their due diligence. Now, it's about consistency. Now, the problem I had was that there were now people walking around with bags the same size as me, literally just going past, and they didn't stop them. So what seemed to happen was that, from my perspective, was that I ended up going to them. If probably I hadn't even bothered going to them, they probably wouldn't have even checked or even called me to the side, because people were just walking directly past. They weren't getting their tickets checked.
It was like there was a guy in front of us that got checked, then there was us, and then everybody else just got let through.
So that's what I'm saying. This is the issue I had. It was the lack of consistency. In one, you're telling me that I have to remove all my stuff out of the bag when you know that I'm gonna put it back in. You know I'm gonna put it back in. So why do you need to make me take it out just so you can see that the bag fits in the basket? Why? Make it make sense.
The guy there, he looked so miserable though. It was he was just one of those workers.
He was tired.
He was either tired, he's done with his job, he just wants to go home for the day.
I get that, and I don't even listen. I don't want to get at his character as a human being. I don't even want to get into that. I'm just saying from a perspective of like, come on, let's be consistent. Use your head. You know, realistically, even if you see that bag fit in there, I'm not gonna hold my laptop the entire journey. I'm gonna take that laptop and slip it back into the bag, and it's gonna puff back out. So. Why are you making me do all of this?
Make it make sense.
He made everybody sort of like stand and wait for me until I did this, and there was a line forming. You've delayed us for 2 hours. Like.
Then on top of that, you want you're then doing all of this, and then it's going to delay the flight even more.
Exactly. I just honestly. But yeah, that was why I got a little bit hysterical. But then now this was the icing on the cake, guys. Our camera had been running throughout this entire conversation. Right? The interaction had been happening. The camera was in Reika's hand. Now, the thing about it is that the camera wasn't even facing them. It was facing away from them. And you can clearly see in the footage that we've got, probably playing right now in the B-roll, right? The camera was facing away from everybody. Now, a lady who was standing right behind the guy shouted out, "Is that camera recording?" I said no.
I said no too. I was like,
of course I ain't. We ain't gonna say yes. Like we want to get content. We're YouTubers now. No, it's not. Yeah, it's not. Fuck. It's pointing that side. It's not even recording. Right? I said no. Right? And she goes. She keeps looking at it, right? She's looking at it, looking at it. And then she realizes, she's like, "Oh, I can see the screen, it's recording." And I said, "Well, but it's not recording you." She's like, "No, for GDPR. I said, "What do you mean GDPR? Bruh, we're bag checking. You've already held me up for the past 5 minutes, asking me to take out makeup out of the bag. Breaker's makeup. My pockets are full of makeup, bro. I'm holding my laptop in my hand, bro. The bag is nearly damn empty, bro. You've made me unpack and... Do you know how embarrassing it is as well? Like, let's just talk about that. Do you know how embarrassing it is? When you're being told to open your bag, and this bag don't open like no other bag. Let me bring it back out. This is how the bag opens, bro. You guys see this, bro? I'm telling you, this bag was packed, bro.
Undies and everything.
Panties, brother. Knickers. Breakers knickers. Boxers. Socks. All I'm saying is, it was not fun.
No.
I tried not to make eye contact with anybody in the entire interaction between me and this guy.
Eyes were going left and right, but we didn't want to make eye contact.
Exactly.
It's awkward.
And the thing is, they got all the power. What can we really do? It's like
we're trying to get on this flight at the end of the day.
Exactly. The worst thing for us to happen is to be told that you can't get on the flight, or to have to pay that £60 fee. And this is the thing. Like, everything else aside, the delays, the lady telling us not to record for GDPR purposes, etc. I do really genuinely feel like the only reason why they do that is so that they ensure they maximize how much money they're making off of what you've booked for. Because when you book with the luggage included, they don't even bother checking. Like, I've taken flights with Ryanair and I always pay for the extra luggage.
Yeah.
And sometimes
we always have done in the past.
Yeah, we've never been stopped and say, oh, well, let's check your luggage and make sure that it fits. Or like, I'll have a bag and a little small carrier suitcase, you know, the ones that go in the cabin, in the big the cabin up top. I've never been asked about that, right? But the one time, as soon as they realize that your ticket is the cheapest rate ticket that you can get, they want to double check, triple check. And as I say, the only reason why it happened, because I was in kind of like just flow state. I was recording. I didn't pay attention that people were just walking past the guy.
So much is going on.
And I get caught in this situation. So yeah. Anyway, that's what happened, guys. I don't know if you guys have had any similar experiences or difficulties with Ryanair.
Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts below. You can say whatever you want. Obviously, I am complaining. Maybe I'm wrong. For me, my issue is consistency. That's it. It's not that I don't think they're not doing their jobs right. No, that's not it. I don't care whether the guy was unhappy that day or he was pissed off. But it's a lack of consistency. Because if it's the case that you do not want me to get on my bag because it's overfilled, then there should be somebody on the plane also telling me, yo, you can't put that stuff back in because you're gonna overfill that bag.
Yeah.
But clearly I was able to do that. But not only just that, when I got on the plane, I put it in the top of the cabin.
Yeah.
Nobody said nothing.
No.
Like
all that weight that has now been taken out is now back in wherever it was. 2
hours.
Back on the plane.
Yeah.
And it's not like the plane dropped from the sky or anything like that. It's ridiculous. If you're gonna have a rule, set the rule out.
Yeah.
And
be consistent.
By that rule. Don't do one thing and then do another thing. It's annoying.
Preach. Let them know.
Let them know.
Let them know. Anyway, guys, let us know your thoughts below.
Yeah.
I know it's a bit of a rant video, but who doesn't like a little rant? Eh?
I know.
Anyway, guys, so we're actually officially back at the point of this recording. We've got our videos now ready to go. We're going to be uploading one each week, but we need to get this one done so that it aligns with sort of like the upload schedule for the next, I think, 4 videos, because we've already got one up. So let us know your thoughts below, guys. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.